Hey guys, welcome back. Chris here with Misanthropic Media. Stoked for you guys to come back for my second video for the long-awaited Criterion flash sale haul that I've been intending to do. This sale happened last week. I think it was on a Tuesday, and I jumped right on it. Very stoked about it. I picked up 5 titles. Honestly, I'm not too sure. I don't really remember everything I picked up, surprisingly. It's only been a week, but somehow it kind of slipped my memory. I know a couple of them in here, but I don't remember all of them. I do know I have a healthy balance, I think, of blind buys versus stuff that I've seen. I am trying to broaden my horizons a little bit more as far as blind buys go. I feel like Criterion's a really good platform to discover new films that I normally would never even give a chance to. And I know especially at the sale price, the $20 mark, even if I come across something that I don't like, something that really doesn't fit what I'm looking for, I'll have no problem kind of unloading that and at least making my money back on it. So really, there's little to no risk when it comes to experimenting and trying new things out with Criterion, because I always know they hold their worth. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into this. I do have my box here. I opened it up ahead of time to save some time on camera. Don't know if I mentioned this. I did pick up 5 titles. I limited myself to about $100 this time. I figured next time the sale pops up, which is what, June or July? I think it's in July. When that sale pops up, I'll go a little bit more crazy. But I thought 5 titles was a good starting point. If you watched my previous video, I do have about 10 to 15, I think it's something like 13 titles in my collection already. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and check out my other videos. I'll link it down below. So we're going to add 5 titles to that today, and we'll hop right into it, I guess. So first up here, we have Ghost Dog, Forrest Whitaker, $19.99, sitting at 116 minutes. This was kind of a blind buy. I have seen it before. I saw it one time back in high school with a buddy, so he turned me on to it. It's a Jim Jarmusch film. I'm not too familiar with a lot of his work. Like I said, I did see this one other time. I don't really remember. It's probably been 20 years since I've seen it. Yeah, just about 20 years. So I'm very excited to check this out. I'm just going to go ahead and call this a blind buy. But I've heard nothing but good things. And from what I remember, it's a very different type of film. I do remember, not really spoiler alert or anything, but I do remember something about an ice cream truck. I don't know if he practices martial arts and sells ice cream for a living, works on an ice cream truck, something like that. I don't really remember, but I'm going to check this out pretty soon here. That's Ghost Dog with Forrest Whitaker, Spine 1057. Next up, Ghost World. Now I have seen this. This is a classic. Scarlett Johansson, Steve Buscemi. I actually used to own this years ago in the Criterion collection. I picked it up at Barnes & Noble. But I ended up, you know, as all collectors do at some point, I go through a purge. I got rid of these films. I sold them on Facebook, on eBay, just to get my money back. I thought, what am I doing with this movie? It's just sitting on my shelf, not getting watched. I watched it like one time, but I do remember really loving it. 2001, 111 minutes, Spine 872. That's Ghost World. And third up, I have Eyes Without a Face. This is 1960, 90-minute film. It's black and white in French. This is another blind buy. Like I said in my previous video, I'm trying to branch more out into what horror that Criterion has to offer. And from what I saw on the Criterion website, this seemed really neat. It says, at a secluded chateau in the French countryside, a brilliant obsessive doctor attempts a radical plastic surgery to restore the beauty of his daughter's disfigured face at a horrifying price. That is Spine 260. It seems like a pretty short watch. A lot of people online, from what I've seen in Facebook groups, on subreddits and stuff, everybody always seems to recommend this one as a good entry point as far as horror goes for what Criterion offers. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I love that cover art. There's a couple screenshots if you want to look them up. There's a couple screenshots online I've seen of the girl's actual face with the mask. I don't know if it's a mask. I don't know if it's like a surgical thing she's got going on, but I've seen a couple screenshots that are truly creepy. So yeah, I'm very stoked to check that out. That is Spine 260. Fourth up in my haul is Miller's Crossing. Come to find out, this is a pretty recent title to the collection. I didn't know. I looked on the website. I guess this was just added to the collection as of something like February 22nd of this year, which I had no idea it was so new. I'm going to be honest, I picked this up strictly based on the cover art. That's what caught my eye first. It's a 1990 film from the Coen brothers. And I've heard mixed things, honestly, on Facebook and on different Reddits about Criterions. A lot of people say, hey, this is a great addition. This is a great film. Everything's great about this, and it's a must-see. It's a must-buy. And other people say, stay away from this edition. Stay away from this cut, because I guess the Coen brothers went back in and edited some scenes out of it. I don't know. From what I've read, it's only like 30 seconds here, 60 seconds there, and really is taking that little bit out of the film really going to affect its quality in the way people are claiming it will? I don't know. I don't think it will, but go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you think. So yeah, this is 1990 Miller's Crossing. That's spine 1112. Last up in the haul, I got The Princess Bride. This is 1987 film, 98 minutes. I've never seen this, another blind buy. So I guess looking back at this, really, they're all blind buys, minus maybe one and a half, if you count Ghost Dog as a blind buy, since I've seen it 20 years ago. But yeah, surprisingly, I've never seen this movie, and I've had so many people tell me, oh, you know, this is a staple in cinema, this is a classic, and honestly, I've been avoiding this film solely based on the fact that I thought it was a chick flick. I really don't know anything about it. I see now it has Fred Savage in it, so that's pretty cool. It comes in this weird little digibook package. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm kind of partial to the, you know, the clear cases that everything else comes in. I think that's kind of one of the staples of Criterion, but I guess this will have to do. I don't know. I figured after everybody talked so highly of this movie, I'm kind of doing myself a disservice by, you know, not giving it a chance at least. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I can always recoup my losses if I end up not liking a film. If it's really not my style, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't know if this is something that I'm going to be interested in. Sure, I'll give it a shot, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. But is this something that I'm going to want to come back and revisit, you know, multiple times a year or even once a year? Maybe, maybe not. I really don't know. So that's something yet to be determined. But yeah, I'll always be able to just throw it up on eBay or a Facebook group or something, and somebody's willing to pay, you know, at least 20 bucks for it. So that's Princess and the Bride. So that makes the 5 films that I picked up during this flash sale. Pretty stoked about that. There is one bonus film that I kind of wanted to touch on. I actually picked this one up yesterday at my local used movie place, Disc Replay. I've talked about that place before in my previous video, and that would be The Red Shoes. Now, I picked this up, surprisingly, it was $12.99. That's a killer deal. Now, I've talked about them before, always pricing their movies super, I don't even want to say competitively, because this is beyond competitive. Yeah, just super great. And the funny thing is, I was thinking about this movie like during the flash sale. I was like, ooh, should I pick up The Red Shoes? Because I've heard, shout out the Misfit Pond. I know I mentioned them before. Perry and Carlos and them, they've talked about this film a lot and about how good it is. And I just figure $12.99, there's no way you can say no to that, right? You can literally put any Criterion title in front of me at $13. I don't care what it is. I'm buying it. So that's The Red Shoes. That's 1948, 134 minutes. And I'll be honest with you, I really don't know what this is about, outside of it being about a ballet dancer. Honestly, at first glance, it almost sounds like something that would be about like World War II, you would think. But I don't think it is, honestly. So yeah, that's The Red Shoes. That's Spine 44. And I know that this just got a 4K release. I saw it at Barnes & Noble actually yesterday, right after I found this at Disc Replay. I saw the 4K for like 50 bucks. So, you know, is the quality going to be that much different? Hell, for a $40 difference, I don't think so. So at $12.99, The Red Shoes, must buy, crazy deal, and I'm very stoked to own that. So there we are. That makes 5, technically 6 films I picked up this past week to add the Criterion. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Add me on Letterboxd at chrisoffthewall. Same thing on Instagram if you guys want to see everything I post there, not just Criterion's, but you know, all kinds of film, cinema stuff. But yeah, I'm very, very excited to check these out. Very excited to further my journey into the Criterion world. If you guys have any other recommendations, I know I talked about this in my last video, but if you guys have any other recommendations, drop them down below in the comments. Let me know what else I need to pick up. I know there's a couple people on Facebook and Instagram that have DM'd me talking about, hey, I'm trying to sell some Criterion titles out of my collection, so you know, I'm able to pick those up on the low. I don't know, man. Like I said, any title, you can put any title in front of me, probably sub $20, and I'll probably buy it, because when are you ever going to find, you know, a Criterion title under $20? You have to pick it up anytime you see that. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add it to my, I want to say 13. We're almost nearing the 20 Criterion mark. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys think of my pickups. Let me know what you guys picked up. Very stoked to interact with you guys, and I appreciate you checking me out. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks, guys.